Good morning. It is 7:22 a.m. on Tuesday, May 17th, 2022. How about that? I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. How about that? And this is 5 more minutes. How about that? I'm sleepy this morning. uh, been dealing with a minor issue with Rocket where I think what's happening is that because he's on a little bit of a diet, he is having something that can happen with dogs is that they can get sort of like acid tummy. It gives them sort of tummy upset when their belly has been empty for too long, and so the poor little boy is he's hungry because he's getting less food than he used to in order to try to get him back to what the vet says would be the ideal weight for him at his current age, because he's still just 2, and so it's like let's try to get him reset to better fit, and because it's not like he's really chunky, but it's like, okay, I mean, if the anyway. But I don't want him to have a tummy ache either, so I've been trying to spread the food out, but then he's still occasionally waking up at 3:30 in the morning whining at me. And it's like, what's the answer there? So in any case, I'm not really soliciting advice so much as to say I am currently getting woken up at 3:30 or thereabouts. But it's more or less fine. Like, he's fine in all other respects, and so I would not worry about him other than just me figuring out what's the way to allow me to sleep through the night, or just getting adjusted to not for the time being. I don't know. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I rewatched Porco Rosso last night, and I did so because it's great. I don't. What other reason do you need? It's definitely one of. So Hayao Miyazaki has made a lot of great anime movies, and I think Porco. Every time I want to start saying this one's my favorite, it's like, okay, but what about Kiki? But what about Totoro? But what about Spirited Away? And it's like, okay, well, yeah, okay, I guess they're all my favorite. In any case, though, I really like this one, and it's one of my writing projects, whenever I manage to actually work on it, is drawing a lot of inspiration from Porco Rosso, and it's something that I really like. If you're not familiar with the premise, the basic idea is that we have a loose Mediterranean Sea in between World War I and World War II, sort of scenario. Like, it's not literally explicitly that, but it's also not that. And we have a seaplane pilot who has become, through magic that is really never explained, an anthropomorphic pig. He flies a red seaplane, and he's a bounty hunter that takes out air pirates. And so, the Crimson Pig, Porco Rosso, is the name of the show. And it's beautiful, it's silly, it's fun. I'm not just going to describe plot more, because you don't need to know more plot. That's not the point. But one of Miyazaki's greatest strengths, of course, among many, is his depiction of motion in flight, and planes and flying things just generally is something that he's just extra good at, and it really shows off in this movie, and I really appreciate it. I like it a lot. So, thumbs up for Porco Rosso. I also last night finally started the first bit of Horizon Forbidden West, and I was a little dismayed at first because I was feeling like really stressed and anxious playing the first bit, and I realized what I was having was almost like a trauma response from The Last of Us Part 2, because it was feeling enough similar to that game, which I had some strong feelings about, strong ambivalent feelings about, I should say. I've talked about that game before. I'm not going to get back into it now, but the point being, the idea that this game might be like that one was like stressing me out subconsciously as I was trying to play. Now, as I got a little bit further in and started fighting robot dinosaurs, which is something that doesn't happen in Last of Us Part 2, spoilers, um, it like that feeling started to fade a little bit, but it was a surprising sort of uh, kind of bitter aftertaste to that first part of the game. That really, Horizon Forbidden West is like it's all, the only comparison is in my head. Like it's not evoking that on purpose. It's just there's enough overlap that it made my brain trip a little bit. In any case, I'm going to leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.